Hallo und einen schönen guten Abend vom Chateau de Colombe hier in Saint-Baudel. Es war eine gute Woche und Tony und Jane waren hier und die Aufnahmen, es ist sehr spät.
Bonsoir à tous et bienvenue à Journey to the Château de Colombe at Saint-Baudel.
And now to our English-speaking friends from around the world. So, bienvenue and welcome to the Journey to the Chateau here at Chateau de Colombe. Tony and Jane just left. We had a wonderful afternoon, evening. And so we're recording this really late.
Yes.
Yes. And it's definitely, it was a day, it was so lovely. It was sunny, it was warm, it was gorgeous.
Yeah, beautiful day today.
And then what?
And then it got really cold fast. As you can see by our sweaters.
The temperature just dropped. As I don't even know. I have no comparison.
No.
Anyway, so it was a great week. Nessa is doing really, really well.
Yeah.
She does seem to really love being home.
I think so. Yes. We did quite a bit of autumn cleanup.
Yes.
Outside. We Patrick spent some time trimming back some of the plants.
Yes.
Clearing out some of the dead ivy and dead plants, and did some new plantings for autumn as well.
Yes, so it was a very busy but good week.
Right.
And let's have a look at that.
Okay.
So planning for next year, by the way, this is a courtyard that I don't think we've ever shown. There's a surprise for later in this courtyard too.
Right. We've only shown it when we have come out here and harvested the figs out of this fig tree.
So we have, if you look at this, it's a huge trunk.
Yeah.
It's a huge trunk with one coming out. There were quite some figs on it, but that needs to go. The other one is so tall and skinny, and it's shading everything. So we have 4 fig trees here. So we will cut this one down completely.
Right, just so you can see, we're talking about this part, but this is not even the main part of the fig tree. The main part of the fig tree is actually all over here.
Yeah, and then if you go...
And even further around. Because this is probably like several fig trees at this point, really, isn't it?
It's like 7 or 8.
Right.
Well, we have another one on the property, or 2 on the property.
Yeah.
That are not fruit-bearing age yet.
Right.
So, and then I look... Careful, there's a wisteria here. So a couple of weeks ago, I cut these life forms off the wall. This is actually ivy.
Yeah.
These are ivy stems that I cut through, so I can now pull them off.
Right.
What I've seen, and you can see this, is yet another fig tree, which grows from under the wall. So this we have to really prune down quite significantly.
Right.
It's also shading everything so that nothing dries. But when you look at this, a lot of this is now slowly dying after 2 weeks. But I just realized that up there it's just so lovely, fresh and green. This actually grows out of the wall. So I need to cut that.
Right.
And we need to strongly bleach it so that it hopefully kills the plant. And this here is actually the window to a workshop. The only window we have there, at the back.
Right.
We have one at the front. And with ivy, one always has to wait till it's dead and releases its roots. So just a whole different story. But et voila, more light. It's amazing, isn't it?
Yeah.
So this is one corner that seriously needs some work. And clearly that does not let go.
Right.
And this is a window of the second part of the farmhouse.
Right.
The farm, which again, that's what we need to cut this way back so we actually have light there and can work on it. And if you turn around, this is what I've been working on the other day, actually yesterday. I don't know if you can capture what this Boston ivy has done to the roof. It's completely shattered and splintered a lot of the shingles. So we are having to order new shingles, which they are in production, so that's good. And we have to relay about a third of this roof, which we can do, even without Tony, although it's almost more fun with Tony.
Gutter repair, obviously.
Gutter repair.
Right.
And I pulled a little bit down. We have to be careful because this has a wasp nest in it behind the wall. So it's in a roof part. The size of this is quite remarkable. I mean, hold on, there.
Yeah.
In relations to a fist, I mean, this is really huge. We're going to keep this thing here, down here, let it grow underneath the window. But everything that will grow up, we will.
Yeah, so it will keep it maintain it so it stays only below the window.
It looks a little like a hedge,
across
maybe.
the bottom, like a hedgerow. Yeah.
And the top part is now slowly dying, and it's a beautiful, in general, beautiful plant.
Right.
But it's too much.
And I don't think you can quite see it here on the camera, but what this little building has on the side of it is a whole row of windows.
Well, let's have a look.
And we will take a look at it from the inside.
Oh, look at the cranes, Stuart, quick.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my God, this is so beautiful. Although it's the end of summer. When the cranes leave, it's the end of summer. And it's interesting, the sand cranes that we had flying over our house in Woodstock made exactly the same noise, but these cranes are darker and the sand cranes have a golden coppery color. But it's so beautiful, and it's bon voyage, and come back next year and bring spring with you.
Yes. Okay, so anyway, before that Lovely
But I
interruption.
digress.
The lovely crane interruption.
So this is one of 3 stables here.
Yeah.
Now we know that our former, or the mother of our next door neighbor, started to paint in here. So it is like a studio with a lot of the plasterwork having come down. But it has these beautiful, these windows are way over 150 years old. They need to be repaired, but we can't do this until we have the Boston ivy gone. And we need to clear this out because it is full of debris, especially from stuff that fell off the ceiling.
Right.
This we have planned, it's south facing, to use as a little greenhouse to pre-grow our tomatoes and all kinds of vegetables that we want to plant next year. And that can be done in this room. We did buy some items.
Yes, we have some new things for the Chateau. Just a few things.
Yes, so this is a Wedgwood plate commemorating William Shakespeare. And these are 2 miniature busts behind us that are from the 18th century. Well, they're copies. They're actually quite famous. And I'm pretty sure Stuart will have the name of them or not.
not here. No.
But not that that's very important. But so this is through a charity that is it's an animal charity,
Right.
And rescue.
Right.
And we will have we've planned a little outing for. I think in 2 weeks or something.
Future episode, yeah.
Or 3 with Tony and Jane and John and Claire to go there together. And
then we'll have more information about this animal sanctuary then. So
and it's just wonderful. But
it is.
So we got some stuff, and almost everything, of course, needs quite a bit of work. And we did that.
we did.
So one thing we're discussing about this console table is that at some point, it is very old, it's beautifully carved, it's wood with gesso on top, and then it was gilded. And then at some point, someone had the creative idea to spray gold on top of a gold gilded table base or console base, and put little touches of, what is that?
Kind of a copper, copper highlight something.
So one thing we wanted to do is actually to have a look, just very carefully here with, this is steel wool.
Right.
Zero steel
wool for some people.
Oh, wire wool, yes. So, you rub carefully, you get some of it off and can see what's underneath without scraping anything.
Right.
Which,
yeah, because we don't want to do anything that's going to lose any of the detail.
Right. We don't?
I don't think so.
Okay, if you say so. I go with what Stuart says.
Yeah, so that's not bad, actually. It is taking a bit of that off of there, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
It's pretty good.
But the one thing it doesn't do is taking off, and there was some more damage at the gesso, and there's not much. It's really in fantastic shape.
Right.
Here there are some tiny pieces that are not great, but so you can see the substance is great.
Yeah, yeah.
We're going to order, it's a German company, they're specialized in gilding. If I read that correctly, and I might be wrong, but which I often but they even deliver gilding material to the Louvre.
Oh, okay.
One of their many companies that do. So here, this is where you can see. Do you see the original gilding comes through? It's right there.
Oh yeah.
So here we can. Oh, yep. That is how it used to look. Wow. How about it?
Okay.
I don't know if the camera can capture this.
I can see if I can do this to zoom closer.
And I think some people were wondering what we mean by, a very sensitive restoration. We don't want to strip this down. We want to be as careful as we can, because every time anyone does anything kind of drastic with these pieces, you take away a layer of history, and that is not what we want to do.
Right.
Yeah, so it's here you can see how pretty the old gilding was. Yeah, this is when I get my moments when I look at these pieces and think, what happened to you? Let me know.
What's your story?
Exactly, and that is exactly what it is. All these pieces have a story. Who knows where this piece originally came from, and what this piece has seen. So, if you know how old approximately this piece is, let us know. We'll appreciate it. So while Stuart was away, I got this nightstand. It's oak. Turn that around. I thought it was very cute. And I'm going to clean it now and then polish and wax it so it has some nourishment on it, because it needs it. So this is how this looks now. It was very dusty and had a lot of stains. And I think I am doing us all a favor. I'm doing this tomorrow, again in the daylight. So the stains are gone. This is a really pretty solid oak cabinet. I'm very, very pleased. So now you know what we got, but on our way there, there was a sign for, it's a gorgeous little town.
It is.
Really pretty.
Yes.
And there was a sign to the Chateau, and of course, I had to stop. We couldn't
Yes,
help
because
ourselves.
most towns in France do have some sort of a chateau that is actually attached or related to the town.
Right, and or castle, and some of them are completely gone, of course, but
Right.
Or it is a town that was dominated by the church, so it would be the bishop's palace or see, or cardinal, depending on what it was. But so here it was a chateau, and we did look at it.
Yes, we stopped by for a visit
from the exterior. Now, we have gotten quite a few comments over the months asking about our shipping containers.
Right.
I know it's almost like a little joke. And other people from the United States, when they moved here, their containers took between 5 and 9 months to get here. So ours are en route for what, 4 months? 4.5 months.
Right.
We're here for 5.5, so they're here since they've left Chicago, I think early June. Oh no, mid-June actually.
June, yeah.
and they're supposed to arrive this week.
Yes, they're almost here.
Well, are they?
Well,
I don't know.
we were told that they are almost here.
So we will have white wine glasses and red wine glasses
everything.
and mugs and
Yes.
all these wonderful things and no place to put them.
Right.
So they're going to stay in the boxes.
Right. Right. But at least we have everything
great.
and it's here.
Well, it's not.
And yes, it will be here.
Are you sure?
Well,
We're
said
not actually quite sure.
They said it would be here.
Well, let's just say we're curious what we are going to get delivered, and we are hopeful, tentatively hopeful, that those are actually our things.
Right, and so hopefully our vlog next week will be about us and the arrival of our shipping container.
Oh yes, let's please do so. And so since it's later this week, I actually did ask Jane if she wanted to come over to help me drink while they unload.
Because that's helpful.
We are hopeful that it's our stuff, and fingers crossed, oder drückt die Daumen in German. I mean, in Germany, we actually do the thumbs, right?
Okay.
Don't you okay me? Did you hear that? Anyways, so yes, it's exciting, it's interesting, and since we have not a single room that is ready to receive furniture in the chateau,
right?
not one.
No. Well, we haven't been here that long. So.
No, it's every room has actually progressed to something.
Right.
Most of them have degressed from what it was to stripping things back, and so now slowly working on the rooms. And don't forget, it's just the two of us. So we will keep you posted. Let's hope and pray it's some stuff that's actually
it's actually our stuff.
We were just sometimes thinking they open the containers and start unloading, and we're going, whose stuff is this?
At least it better be better than our stuff if it's not our stuff. So.
Yeah, but I mean, at some point, wouldn't someone say, "Hey, whose crap is this?" And they unload, and then they want to exchange it. Yeah. We hope it's all going to be there.
Right.
And again, thank you so much for all your help and prayers and pep talks about Nessa.
Yes.
She's really doing well.
She is.
And we really appreciate all your help and support. And please share the video if you like it with your friends and family. And we really appreciate it. Thank you so much.
See you next time.
Au revoir.
Bonne journée.
Auf Wiedersehen.
Bye. If you enjoyed this video, please use the like feature to let us know. Also, don't forget to subscribe to our Journey to the Chateau YouTube channel if you'd like to see more. Once you've subscribed, you can tap the notification bell in order to ring it, which will allow you to receive all notifications from our channel. Thank you.